Hey everybody, welcome back to Limitless, where we bring you strategies and ideas to help you live your best life. As always, we really appreciate you being here and thank you for giving us your time, and we hope you find our discussion today helpful. Today we are bringing you a topic that affects so many of us, staying positive and motivated in these tough times. With so much craziness going on today, many of us are struggling with this. So we're going to do a deep dive into it and give you some answers. Now, if you like the content, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. The first thing that needs to be said on this topic is that life is complicated and filled with challenges. And no matter how perfect you try and get things, there will be times when you struggle. The longer you live, the more you realize that perfection is an illusion, and understanding and accepting this helps you to adjust to the imperfections of life. We will all go through challenges, no matter how much you have, how you look, or your social status. No matter your level of education, the size of your bank account, or how popular you are. Challenges are a part of life, and they will test you again and again, threatening to steal your ability to remain positive and motivated. Whether it's a personal struggle, a professional setback, a death, your health, or an issue with a family member, maybe something random that comes out of nowhere, or maybe something that is built up over a long time. Navigating these hardships can feel overwhelming. Now, perhaps someone did something to you that really hurt you and still does. Or maybe it was you who hurt someone and you feel guilty or ashamed. And maybe it happened recently or a long time ago and it bothers you still. These feelings can cause you to have a negative outlook on your present and your future, and steal both. Of course, complicating everything are the turbulent times we live in. Just listen to the news. Division and anger are everywhere, manifesting themselves in wars, rage, shootings, and fights. Agreements to work together are hard to come by, and helping each other is rare. This complicates things when you want to deal with your personal stuff. It can seem like everything is working against you, and when this happens, it can take your joy and rob you of your positivity, making it harder to get through it and keeping you down longer. Now, we all know that sometimes life is simply not fair. Some of us are born with much more than others, and some seem to be able to do and get away with things that others never could. For some of us, life seems to make things much more difficult. And a lot of us are good people who feel that good things should happen to us because we are good people. Well, personally speaking, I do not think we should be looking for fairness, which is completely out of our control. Instead, we should be looking for happiness because this is something we can control. And in the end, what we can control is what matters. So, I do not have answers about why things are not fair. And I do not know of any way to stop life's challenges from coming and coming again and again. But I want to share with you a strategy that can help you stay positive and motivated when life feels its most difficult. Bear with me because there's a lot to unpack here, but we will get through it together. So let's begin. In terms of the big stuff, it's simple. Stop worrying about it. If you look at the history of the world, two things are true and consistent. First, things always work out. And second, they get better, not worse, over time. Compare our time to any in history, and we are way better off when you focus on the key metrics: prosperity, health, the amount of wars, and are coming together as one race. You may not hear this on your favorite news program, so the solution is simple. Turn off the news and get on with your life. Now let's get to the important stuff. We have a plan for you that will help you to remain positive and motivated. Our strategy has 3 stages: the emotional, the mental, and the physical. Now, focusing on each is very important, and each one has its own specific approach that we will outline for you. If you work on them in the order and the way that we lay out, all of it will be effective. So, let's tackle this together. Step 1, the emotional. Accept the struggle. Bad things happening is a part of life. And when something bad happens, you should expect that it will negatively affect you. No matter how strong you are or how prepared you think you are, you will likely have some type of emotional reaction to something bad. And this is normal and human. The right thing to do is to accept that it's okay to not be okay. Too often we pressure ourselves to appear unaffected. But suppressing emotions doesn't make them disappear. It magnifies them. Holding things in only causes more pressure to build that will come out at the worst times and cause even more damage. So here are some tips. After something bad happens and you know it is affecting you, take moments throughout your day to ask yourself, how am I doing? And be honest. If you're feeling down, give yourself permission to experience that emotion. Let it have the time it needs. This is the foundation for healing. If you start here, you take pressure off yourself to immediately be okay. Now, if you're the strong personality type, it may take some time to get comfortable with this, and you will likely go back and forth internally. But that's okay. Just know that you are going through it, and just by doing that, it's great progress. And when you get comfortable with this acceptance of your feelings, you are on firm ground for moving to the next step, which is being active mentally and turning your feelings around. Step 2, the mental. Control your inner dialogue and the conversations you are having with yourself. Now, we can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we perceive and respond to those events. Let me be honest here. This is really difficult for most of us, but it can be done. And it gets easier over time if you practice. I know there will be lots of negative thoughts running through your mind, and there's a challenge in letting them go. Sometimes you feel guilty for letting them go. But it is critical that we take this approach because controlling the narrative in our minds is the first active thing we need to do to turn things around mentally for us. So after you go through what you need to emotionally, have an intimate conversation with yourself and ask yourself these 2 questions. The first one is, what can I learn from this? What important thing can I take away to make it easier for me the next time? And number 2, how can this make me stronger? If you look for these answers, you will find them. The key is to look. Now, let me give you some support here. History is filled with examples of people who transform challenges into triumph. Think about Thomas Edison. Before inventing the light bulb, he failed thousands of times. When someone asked him about it, he said, I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that don't work. His positive attitude during his repeated setbacks lit up the entire world. Use examples like these to push you forward and help you to break through. Also, Focus on what you do have, not on what you don't. Find a few good examples of what has gone right for you in your life. Write these down and have them ready whenever negativity enters your mind. And consider practicing things like mindfulness. Mindfulness focuses on balance and positive thinking. It's great for relieving stress and creating calm. Calm allows you to get to these thoughts and in this frame of mind easier. Now, on a final note, do not expect anything said here to stop you from having negative thoughts. They will always come. But what you can master is moving away from them so quickly that you cannot hear them. They sound like whispers passing in the wind. Always have a positive thought waiting for yourself that will push any negative thoughts away quickly. Let's move to the physical. The third step is the physical, taking decisive action. Now, the first two steps arm and elevate you emotionally and mentally to create a positive attitude. And this third step is where you lock it all in and get motivated. In other words, this is where you take action. Now, many of us will have this third step overlap with the first and second steps, which can be great, and it can speed you to your destination. However, please don't rush. Take the time you need to go through all of the steps and get the tools and strategies that will arm you for battle forever. The focus is not just on getting it done, but getting it right. On the physical side, let's start with some things you should do to support yourself. Now, I know you've heard all of this before, but stay with me here and I promise you it will pay off. The first thing I want you to do is get regular exercise. If you have an exercise routine, keep it going. And if not, start one. This could be going to the gym, playing a sport, or even taking regular short walks. The key is moving your body. Exercise releases endorphins, which boost your mood. Also, exercise makes you look and feel better. Second thing I want you to do is improve your nutrition. You are what you eat, and if you load up on junk food, you can expect yourself to feel and look like junk. Eat foods that nourish your body and mind, and drink lots of clean water. This will make you feel better inside and out and put you in a better mood too. The third thing is get good sleep. Good rest is essential because it keeps your energy level high and gives your body the chance to recharge. Now, if you don't sleep well at night, make sure that you take naps during the day. Emotional and mental focus takes lots of energy, which requires good rest. And of course, when you're working out, you also need good rest. Now, let's look at the practical side. Set some goals that work on addressing the problem so you do not repeat it and position yourself for better outcomes going forward. Let's use an example. If you lost the job, be systematic about how you approach moving forward looking for another one. For instance, think through whether you were happy in your last job, and if not, then why? Were you unhappy there and undermined yourself? Maybe you need a change or to learn some new job skills. After this thought process, then start applying for positions with this new information in mind. And also, reach out to contacts for any ideas. Update your resume and then aggressively move toward a new job future with a positive mindset. Similarly, if it was about a personal relationship, take some notes on what was good and bad and what you would and should do differently. What did you love and not love about the person and the relationship? Do you have some areas where you need to grow? Be honest with yourself. Are you picking the right partners? Are you a good partner? Get these questions answered and do the work you need to before you get into another relationship. Then take things slow. Time is your biggest asset. So use it. If it is the right time and person, rushing into things will work against you. Align yourself with someone you are compatible with, and do not only focus on the physical. There is so much more to all of us than just the physical. Focus on the complete person. If you are compatible with that person, it will be magic. So focus on how each of you makes the other feel. Again, be honest and take actions based on this honest assessment, and keep checking for outcomes you want. And if you are not getting them, then make the necessary adjustments. So these are the 3 steps that cover the emotional, mental, and physical things you need to do to help you through difficult times and stay positive and motivated. A few more things because some of you might have additional questions. First, how do you know if you are making progress? Well, consider this. The ultimate state of being for humans is calm, positive, and open-minded. If you follow these steps or any other strategy and become more calm, more positive, and more open-minded, at least more often than you are now, then you are on the right road. If not, you need to change your habits to ones that create these things for you. So this is what we're doing here. We're creating habits for you that help you to be more calm, more positive, and more open-minded. Second question is, how much time will this take? Well, there's no real specific timeline because everyone is different and what we go through impacts each of us differently. So go at the speed you need and be patient with yourself and focus on moving in the right direction. You'll get there. Remember this. Give yourself time. All the time you need. Look to grow, not win. Life is not a competition. Ask for help when you need it. Be honest and be good to yourself. Visualize a brighter future for yourself and celebrate your progress. You deserve it. And one last note. Tough times don't last, but the strength and resilience you gain during them will. You're stronger than you realize, and brighter days are definitely ahead. Stay positive, stay motivated, and keep moving forward. Thanks for your time, and if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, tell us about your journey and the challenges you are facing in the comments. We'd love to hear from you, and we would love to help. Only one more thing to do. Go be great.